minute can open your eyes. One book can open your world. Knowledge gives you power. Read and rise higher. 9 Tree. Better life begins in a book.
Hello, I'm Sebastian. Welcome to 9 Tree's podcast. Today, I will summarize and review the book. Loving What Is, Revised Edition presents Byron Katie's simple yet radical process of self-inquiry known as the work, inviting readers to question the thoughts that cause stress and suffering. With plain-spoken guidance and vivid dialogues, Katie demonstrates how 4 precise questions can dissolve painful beliefs and reveal a quieter mind, a kinder heart, and a more honest connection with reality. This updated edition clarifies the method, refines the language, and offers fresh examples so newcomers and longtime practitioners can go deeper. Rather than promising positivity or willpower, the book shows how to meet any moment as it is, discover freedom within everyday challenges, and take responsibility without self-blame. Readers learn how to write their stressful thoughts, inquire step by step, and turn judgments into pathways to understanding. The result is a practical manual for living with clarity, compassion, and steady inner peace in ordinary life. I will give you key takeaways from this book. Firstly, the 4 questions of the work. At the core of the book is a practical sequence of 4 questions designed to meet any stressful thought with clarity. The process begins with, "Is it true?" and continues with, "Can you absolutely know it is true?" These first 2 questions slow the mind, pause reactivity, and invite honest seeing rather than automatic defense. The third question asks, how do you react when you believe that thought, which brings attention to bodily sensations, emotions, and behaviors that arise from the belief. The fourth asks, who would you be without the thought, opening a direct glimpse of the same situation free from the story that hurts. Katie offers real conversations that model a gentle, curious tone. The questions are not about positive thinking or denial. They are an invitation to reality testing that anyone can perform. By answering in writing and staying still with each question, readers discover that suffering often comes from unquestioned thoughts, and that freedom arises not by changing the world, but by seeing clearly. Secondly, the turnaround method and finding examples. After the 4 questions, the book introduces turnarounds, a structured way to explore alternative perspectives. A statement such as, "She does not respect me" can be turned around to the opposite. "She does respect me, to the self I do not respect me, and to the other, I do not respect her." The practice is to find genuine, specific examples where each turnaround may be as true or truer than the original belief. This is not a technique for blame or self-shaming. It is a balancing lens that reveals blind spots and restores proportion. By collecting 3 concrete examples for each turnaround, readers train attention to notice overlooked evidence and to own their part in a dynamic. Katie stresses kindness and precision. No forcing, no arguing. The goal is humility and accuracy, which naturally soften resentment and defensiveness. Over time, turnarounds become creative invitations to action, such as living turnaround examples through apology, clearer boundaries, or simple acts of respect. The method transforms rigid narratives into flexible, compassionate understanding. Thirdly, healing relationships through inquiry. The book devotes sustained attention to relationships, where stress is often most intense. Using the work, readers investigate judgments about partners, family, colleagues, or public figures. By writing a specific thought, such as, "He should listen to me," the inquiry reveals unmet needs, unspoken requests, and projection. Question 3. Maps how the belief drives tone, body tension, or withdrawal. Question 4. Imagines the same conversation without the stressful story, often revealing patience, clarity, and genuine listening. Turnarounds show practical next steps. "I should listen to me" may point to expressing needs more clearly, while "I should listen to him" may open curiosity about his perspective. The process does not ask anyone to tolerate harm or erase boundaries. Rather, it clarifies what is your business and what is not, which paradoxically strengthens healthy limits. As blame recedes, compassion grows, and communication becomes simpler. The book's dialogues demonstrate how inquiry can dissolve chronic conflicts, reduce reactivity, and rekindle connection without demanding the other person change first. Fourthly, bringing the work into daily life. Loving what is more than a set of ideas. It is a daily practice. Katie introduces the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet to capture raw, unfiltered thoughts about a stressful situation. From there, readers move through the 4 questions and turnarounds slowly, often with a partner or facilitator for support. The book teaches how to notice the earliest signals of stress in the body and to pause for inquiry in the moment. Short forms of the questions can be used during busy days, while deeper sessions can be scheduled when time allows. The tone is meditative. Answer, wait, let the mind show images and memories, and write what is revealed. Katie encourages living turnarounds as concrete experiments, such as offering the kindness you wanted to receive or keeping a promise to yourself. Over time, the practice becomes a reflex that replaces rumination with investigation. Readers learn to meet fear, anger, guilt, and shame with patience, and to integrate insights into choices about work, health, money, and purpose. Lastly, what is new in the revised edition and why it matters? The revised edition refines the language of the work and offers updated conversations that reflect contemporary challenges. Readers will find clearer instructions for writing thoughts, pacing the questions, and distinguishing inquiry from self-improvement strategies that rely on force. The new material emphasizes gentleness, safety, and consent in emotional exploration, making the practice accessible to a wider range of readers, including those new to inner work. Fresh examples illuminate how to apply inquiry to modern stressors, such as digital overwhelm, polarized conversations, and fast-moving change at home and work. The revisions underline a consistent message: do not believe any thought without investigation, and let lived reality be the teacher. The updated guidance on living turnarounds helps translate insight into daily action with humility and care. These refinements do not complicate the method. They make it simpler to learn, easier to remember, and more dependable under pressure, so the transformative potential of the work can be realized in ordinary moments. In conclusion, Loving What Is, Revised Edition is ideal for readers who want a practical, repeatable path to inner peace without adopting new beliefs or forcing positivity. Coaches, therapists, leaders, caregivers, and anyone navigating conflict or anxiety will benefit from the clarity and compassion this method cultivates. The 4 questions and turnarounds meet you exactly where stress arises, in a thought, and walk you to a reality check that frees energy for wise action. This book can change your life because it gives you a tool you can use anytime you suffer, independent of circumstances or other people's behavior. Choose this book over others because it offers a precise, field-tested method, demonstrated through real dialogues, that you can apply within minutes. The revised edition strengthens instruction and relevance, helping you build a dependable habit of inquiry. Buy it if you value freedom that does not depend on control, and relationships grounded in honesty, responsibility, and kindness. If you would like to support Byron Katie, you can buy the book through the Amazon link I've provided in the podcast description. After reading the book, please let me know what you think and share your thoughts. See you around.
1 minute can open your eyes. 1 book can open your world. Knowledge gives you power, read and rise higher. 9 Tree, better life begins in a book.